What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here again. First things first, on behalf of what goes on from one of the past PvP showdowns. In this hardcore, bloodiest, sweatiest PvP showdown, I happened to come across this unique, wonderful duelist of a VTuber who goes by the name of Pumirium, or most cases Pumi for short. And to tell you the truth, she is one of the most incredible duelists that I ever faced throughout the whole entire career. And I really didn't think that I was either A, not ready to deal with Pumirium, to tell you the truth, or B, that match was not even going to be close. So I figured, you know what? Let's go ahead and build a deck where we are all about trying the most oddities of all odd things. And what better way to do so with Allure Queen Magispector? If you guys remember the list in terms of from past seasons and or past events, I pretty much did some twists and turns to the deck, and you'll see why on the changes. Allure Queen lineup. 3, Allure Dance. Upon activation, this is your Fire Formation Tenki of Allure Queen or Terraforming of Allure Palace from deck to hand. So yeah, it's Tenki for the Allure Queens or Terraforming for Allure Palace. Each Allure Queen monster you control gains attack equal to the attack of the monsters equipped to it by its effect. You can send one other spell trap you control to the graveyard, special summon as many Allure Queen monsters with different names as possible from your graveyard. This card, it's basically, you can't let Dance be on the field turn 3 or turn 4 or even a lot later throughout the course of the grind game, because if you leave Dance on board and if I have too many Allure Queens in my grave, basically the game is over at that point. It's Soul Charge, the archetype in a nutshell. It is hard once on the Soul Charge effect, and the activation is hard once. 2 Allure Palace. The reason why I went with 2, not 3 or 1 is because there are lines where if for whatever the reason, Ghost Ogre ends up popping the card, because most decks should have no trouble clearing the card like Ghost Ogre, and it makes it so that your whole entire Allure Queen lines are completely killed off, hence why I played 2 of this card. Spellcaster monsters you control gain 500 stats. This effect is where you can use this effect 3 times in the same turn. You can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, add to your hand, or special summon to your opponent's field 1 Allure Queen monster from your deck. A lot of people tend to either Ash Blossom the card or even tend to Ogre this. Like, technically Ogre, sure. Purge or Impulse, actually. Never mind all that. So, excuse the Ogre. It's Ash, Purge, and or Impulse. And it makes it so that they pretty much wasted so much hand traps to stop Palace Effect 3 times. And once the whole entire Allure Queen engine pops off, transition into Magispectors, you are basically in a commanding position. So use your hand traps wisely against the Allure Queen engine. And speaking of the Allure Queens, 3 Chaos Queen. You can discard 1 other light or dark monster, special discard from your hand. You can target 1 monster in either graveyard, hook it up to it, it gains that monster's name, which is huge, And if for whatever the reason you equipped a light or dark monster offering this event, she lets you e-telly one dark Allure Queen monster from your deck or reborn one from your graveyard in terms of a dark Allure Queen. And the name change lasts until the end phase. And then we all know what's up about these OG level queens. In the early years, the game is too slow in terms of hooking up one monster at a time in terms of specific levels to level modulate 2 turns later, which is like obviously not going to happen. But here is a way to circumvent the equipping status a lot quicker. So in most cases, Chaos Queen, hook up Queen 3, gains Queen 3 to get Queen 5 out. And because you used the name of Queen 3, Queen 5 can get any level 5 or lower. Otherwise, it's like Chaos Queen, have Queen 5 hooked up to gain that name of Queen 5 to special Queen 7. And because you specialed out Queen 7 off from Queen 5, she could just literally target any monster they have, hook it up as an equip card. Now, that's that for the Allure Queen engine. Magispectors. 3 Raccoon, 2 Crew, 2 Fox, Toad, Cat, 2 Porcupine. 3 Raccoon, Stratos of Magispector monster, self-included. Crew, Stratos of Magispector spells. Fox, Stratos of Magispector traps. Magispector Cat, this is your Magnamut of Magispector by any card. Magispector Toad, on the other hand, Toad, however, gets around Ash in a nutshell because Toad straight up sets a Magispector spell trap. And when it comes to dead Magispector spell traps, the turn they are set, you can just literally have Dance send that dead Magispector spell, most likely, so that way you can have Porcupine's reset button comes up to soul charge the Allure Queen squad and keep on comboing from there. And then 2 Porcupine, this is your reset button of a Magispector spell in your grave. And to top it off, during the main phase, as a quick effect, if you control a Magispector, free special. For the Magispector spells and traps, Magispector Storm, just the one, along with Cyclone and Wind. Either result leads to tribute 1 Wind spellcaster. Well, Wind is optional about you can. But otherwise, tribute 1 Wind spellcaster. Storm lets you target 1 monster your opponent controls, shuffle it back. Cyclone, target 1 monster your opponent controls, kill it. And neither of these are hard once per turns. Wind, however, is a hard once. Normally, use special 1 Magispector from your hand or graveyard. However, if you tributed a Wind spellcaster upon using this card, this lets you e-telly 1 Magispector monster. 1 Tornado, 2 Tempests. In this particular build, it used to be 2 Tornado, but at the same time, I figured 1 Tornado is the way to go, despite the fact that it is not a hard once per turn. It is because of Malice. Malice made things happen. So I figured 1 Tornado for every other matchup, and I basically send away the Tornado in case of Malice matchups, send it off from Dance, so that way we don't have time to waste for Malice matchups like this. Tornado should be 1 Wind spellcaster, target 1 monster your opponent controls, banish it, not once a turn. And the 2 Tempest, it is your Magic Spectre Solemn Strike by Tribute 1 Wind Spellcaster. And then as for non-engine, I guess, 2-Droll Wind Spellcaster, synergy with the Magic Spectre Wind if you were to work with the Magic Spectre lines. Otherwise, you could just have Droll turn it into Artemis, and it makes it so that you can just link climb into Lina or any other Charmer link, and then proceed to keep on constantly link climb like no tomorrow. But Droll as a hand trap, to tell you the truth, this match, to be specific, literally never came up as an actual hand trap. Because even though Droll is super good of a hand trap for other decks overall, I find Droll to be used as a actual monster did put up decent work if I had nothing else going. And then we'll save the tech card to talk about for last. Feather Duster, Pendulum Rising, hard once on deactivation. Send one monster you control to the graveyard. Special from your deck, one Pendulum monster with the same level as the sent monster's original level. But just remember, if you don't do anything with that summoned monster, it gets killed. So most cases, if you're wondering how to tutor the Allure Queens into Magic Specters, Queen 3, who happens to be level 3, Pendulum Rising, and turn it into Magic Specters Raccoon or Cat. But most of the time, you rather turn Queen 3 into a Raccoon, courtesy of Pendulum Rising. One talent, one thrust. Call by the Grave, 2 Imperm, and the best card in terms of a super spice tech that I opted to play just because of we need another pendulum scale to widen up for the pendulum summon. Sam Bell, the Star Bonder. If anyone remembers the tech talk of Sam Bell, the Star Bonder, she lets you basically keep on extending off from pendulum scales, so that way if you have something like Raccoon or Cat, because it has to be the same level, kill the other scale to free special the card, and it makes it so that you got ways to tutor out, whether if it's being searchable off from beyond the pendulum, otherwise it's just. You also got Artemis, because she's a spellcaster for that matter, because Artemis says level 4 or lower, knowing that she's a level 3. Spellcaster, less than 1500 attack means she can be fetched out all from Allure Palace, or you can have Pendulum Rising, Queen 3, turn it into Sam Bell, which is amazing. And then as for the extra deck, which is extremely tight because Allure Palace synergizes so much. Chaos Angel, Lightning Chidori, Draco Ryu. For the links, Artemis, Wind, Lina, Dark, Beyond the Pendulum, Magic Spectre New, Celine, Exceed the Pendulum, 2 Golden Allure Queen, Avermax, Goddess. Chaos Angel, Draco Ryu, let's not dwell on that too much. And then Chidori, this is the best XZ outside of Draco Ryu and any other XZ throughout the Magic Spectre extra deck history to me, because Chidori is one of the most insane bounce back removals by any means. So if there was ever space for me to play a second Chidori, I wish that I legit would have played a second Chidori, but you can't. Extra deck is like way too tight because of 2 archetypes synergized together. Artemis, the majority of the decks are level 4 lower spellcasters, so she stays. The 3 Charmer links, Win because it's Magic Specters. Lina and Dark is because Allure Queen package. So that way, the Charmer Links can let you circumvent either A, D barrier, B, you trying to hand trap me out of this game, or C, you trying to do spot removal. So I figured if players were to hand trap me a whole lot without knowing that I used up the actual monster effects, then that pretty much means you're going to get mitigated by my link engine, and I'm going to put up so much pressure. Beyond the Pendulum normally is meant to search Sam Bell, but if for whatever the reason I have a scale 5 in my hand, which clearly not the issue, just get a scale 2. But otherwise, if you already have a scale 2, when you go Beyond the Pendulum, this is the part where you get Sam Bell and you just go extremely tight on the cheesiest combo lines ever. So that basically means you don't necessarily need to go to Magic Spectre New that much now because of the lock. So I figured Beyond the Pendulum, if she were to resolve, she gets it a lot better at the same time as I really thought between her and New. But New is just you're only working with Magic Spectre lines. Celine, late game setup, too many counters, you're good to go with that. Exceed the Pendulum is meant for the combos. 2 golden Allure Queen. There are lines where if for whatever the reason your first copy gets outed, you always have a second one to deal with just in case if you go against Cash Tira. So Allure Queen, aka Golden. 3 spellcasters in general to make her. First chance she's Link Shoken, you can special 1 Allure Queen monster from your deck or graveyard, and if you do, extra 1500 attack until the end of the next turn. So 2 turns later, and none of the effects of Golden Queen are hard once per turns. Soft once per turn. When your opponent activates a card or effect as a quick effect, you can destroy 1 card anywhere on the field. Does not target, by the way. Also, Allure Queen monsters you control cannot be killed by card effects this turn. You can activate the effects of your monsters with Allure Queen in their original names that equip monsters to themselves as quick effects. Orchestrated Babel Allure Queen Edition. Magnite Crusadia Avermax, Underworld Goddess. Let's not dwell on these 2 so much. You know what's up about how incredible these guys came through. And then 1 card you didn't see on this list, or couple cards. Forbidden Chalice, Blizzard, in terms of the main deck, by the way. Forbidden Chalice, Blizzard, and I also believe it was Mystical Fairy Elfuria. It's Elfuria, Chalice, and Blizzard from the main deck. And then extra deck wise, 1 card you didn't see on this, or couple cards. It's Totem Bird, Gossip Shadow, and I believe it was IP. So Gossip Shadow, Totem Bird, and IP. Because you got so much flex spots in terms of how to utilize Allure Queen Magic Spectre, but at the same time, you could just pretty much play them, whether if it's pure or if you want to try out as an experiment. So that way, somewhere as part of a next clip, I'm pretty much going to teach you guys on a convoluted combo on how to perform Allure Queen Magic Specters. And with that being said, aside from this deck list, we pretty much played out the most ultimate underdog of all ultimate underdog matches, because if we may, Pumi, at the time this video goes up and recorded, happens to be a Master 1 Master Duel player. And what scares me is that it was either A, I was nowhere near ready, or B, nowhere near to match Pumi's level. So I figured, you know what? I issued a challenge against Pumi, and we pretty much gave it our all. With that being said, let us jump into the duel. And with this hand, this is straight up convoluted combos. Simplified game state. Now, in this position, Chaos Angel, you have both light and dark attributes. He cannot be touched by monster effects of your opponents, and monsters you control cannot be killed by battle. And then you can't target Avermax. You have to go after Avermax for attacks, and if he battles a special summon monster, he gains that much attack. And then Golden Queen, she enables does not target, destroy something to make sure your Allure Queens cannot be killed by card effects, assuming that if your opponent were to do something. And then Draco Ryu, if for whatever the reason your opponent does something in terms of tributing up to twice per turn, detach one, e-telly a level 6 or lower wind spellcaster monster from your deck. Wishing you the best, Pumi. Fiendsmith lines. Trat. Somebody has been paying attention to my Trat search Santa Claus. That's crazy how I'm going to lose one of my pieces to my own card. That's crazy. Discard the Crescendo. Special Defend Rear. Should be the Chaos Angel for Santa Claus. Draco Ryu for Raccoon. Fenrir. Banish Golden. Raccoon. Guinea Porcupine. Fenrir. Guinea Unicorn. Real Normal Ether Barrel. Porcupine. Free Special. Setting Lorely Lude. Reset Button. Win. Flip it up. Of Lordly Lude, getting Drill Beam. Come on, man. Nightmare Phoenix, discard Unicorn, kill off Wind. Nightmare Mermaid, it's been a long time. Discard Drill Beam for Orcus Nightmare. Galatea the First. Discard, or is it send? Send one. So sending Trat for Orchestrated Babel. The original Galatea. Birth. Special bag Fenrir. Nightmare Banish. Toss out Harp Horror. Harp Horror for Gersu. Gersu toss out Symbol. Original Galatea. Shuffle back Nightmare. Galatea the first, banish Crescendo. I think she's trying to do the alternative line of all alternative lines, and yet she didn't use Crescendo to get the search. What's the plot? Oh my god. And Lil Gersu. $1 million question on Enlil Gersu. You can target one of your banished, Orcus, or World Legacy cards, spell/trap included, add it to your hand. Then you can shuffle one card from your hand into the deck and take control of one face-up monster your opponent controls. Oh, it doesn't target take control. No. Take Crescendo, shuffle it back, take my Avramax, Symbol Skeleton, banish for Galatea. Galatea change into this Royal Dingirsu. Wow. Dingirsu Sandraga Ryu. And Lil Gersu over Santa Claus. Avramax over Porcupine. Babel. And pass. Top decks Droll. Real Normal. Make Win. Win. Attempt to take Unicorn. And Lil Gersu. Bring back, Symbol to hand, shuffle it, take the win. Fenrir, banish Crew. Dance, send the palace. Soul charge the entire squad of queens. Birth. That'll be Exceed, Tempest, and Chaos Angel. Chaos, hook up, Engraver, summon another queen. Selena. 11 spell counters. Reborn Toad. Straight up set Tornado. Underworld Goddess. Here to help out and fight. Goddess over Win. Win getting Sam Bell. When it comes to the pendulum scale, if it were to be a same level, which it isn't, she would have killed the pendulum card in the other scale to special, but I figured maintain control of the scales at all times. Scale to Sambel. Pendulum summon 3 of Raccoon, Porcupine, and Crow. Crow getting Storm. Porcupine reset Win, and Raccoon get its copy. Exige Shoken into Lightning Chidori, a rather old card that states, first chance it is Exige Shoken, target one set card your opponent controls, put it to the bottom of the deck. And a detach effect is to target a face-up card your opponent controls, top deck it. Chidori, top decks, and Lil Gersu, and pass. Birth, Goddess negates. Engraver. Shuffle back Santa Claus. Come on back. Fiendsmith. Royal Requiem. Wow. Another Engraver. Hook it up. Engraver. Clear out Goddess. Galatea the first. Banish Gersu. Bring it right back. Engraver attack. Win should be Raccoon for Cat. Birth. Porcupine, Yada, and Avramax. Cat being a Magnamut. Tornado. Should be the Cat. Banish Fenrir. Dingirsu 26. SP Little Knight. Set. And then Cat getting Fox. Top decks Dance getting Chaos. Set. Dance send its copy. soul charge the entire squad. It's always the second copy that gets you. Golden, SP, target the 2 links. Golden Queen does not target kill something. Kill off SP. Getting another Chaos Queen. Chaos hook up Queen 5. Reborn Queen 7. Real normal Raccoon. Just so we can storm, tribute the Raccoon, shovel back the Indian Gear Suit. 2 things in mind. 1, Royal Mirror Force. And 2, Golden Queen's effect was already used when Pumi tried to SP targeting the 2 links. But unfortunate as it is, Allure Queens are alive and well, and if you're wondering what is the only interaction left, it's Galatea the First. Problem is, if she summoned it, it's still going to take massive damage. So as a result, it's been a bloodiest, sweatiest, gruesome fight, and Pumi, aka Pumirium, you have my uttermost respect as a true duelist. Thank you so much for the opportunity of calling out a Master 1 VTuber, by the way, to a fight. And this was one of the most insane fights of all insane fights there is. Keep on dueling, and I wish you all next time. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. Catch you guys next time on another Ultimate Underdog of PvP Showdown.